What's up, you beautiful, wonderful people? My name is Lexi and welcome to my channel. Happy Veda Day 9. Today's video is me talking about my acting experiences, part 2. If you watched yesterday's video, you already know. Wearing the same outfit, filming this on the same day. Let's just get on into it. So my second acting experience is with a TV show. I was at lunch one day at school earlier this year, and I had gotten an email from my casting company that said something along the lines of like, hey, we found a role that fits you and your age and your look and all this sort of stuff. So I was like, heck yeah, I'm gonna take it. So the show that I was on is called Insatiable. So I did a little bit more research on it, and the episode I filmed was the pilot, so it was the very first episode, and the show stars Debbie Ryan. Again, I was an extra on this role, so it was like pretty much the same experience as yesterday's video, but a little bit different. So I was super duper excited to, do a show with Debbie Ryan. I hadn't done a show before, I'd just done movies and stuff. But it was the same process of where they email you the night before and telling you all the things you need to bring. This was in March, by the way, so it was just starting to heat up outside. So we needed more like summery clothes or like spring clothes instead of winter clothes. So my call time was 10 o'clock. And like I said in the last video, my mom had to come with me because I am still a minor. But so my call time was at 10 o'clock, so we get there at about 9:30. Now this experience was the same in the fact that you have to sit in a waiting room and wait for your color group to be called. So as we were waiting, more groups who had later call times started to come in. And I'm sitting there with my mom, and my mom goes, "That girl over there looks familiar." And right as she says that, I hear someone start going, "Lexi!" And I turn around, and it's my friend Jocelyn. I know Jocelyn through the drama department at my school, so this was like really, really exciting. So she signed in, came over, her and her dad sat with me and my mom, and it was like, what? So I was talking to her a little bit. She told me that this was her first acting job, and I told her that this was my second. Because I had experience, I was sort of telling her like what went down and stuff. So then we get onto set, and we are in a high school again, and we're just supposed to be playing, like background people who are like standing by their lockers, walking to class, talking with friends. So because the directors saw that Jocelyn and I were friends in real life, they kept us together the whole day. And this is a 10-13 hour day, so it was good to have someone with me the whole time that I actually knew. Just a couple of weeks ago, the show Insatiable's pilot got picked up by Netflix, which is super duper exciting because that means that Jocelyn and I have a chance of getting back on the show. But because no details or trailers or anything have come out, I am not going to say anything about the show. But I have already said that it does star Debbie Ryan, that's already been announced and stuff. I'm just going to talk about my experience with her. Yes, I said that because I did meet Debbie Ryan. So whenever you do an acting job, they provide you lunch. And at lunch, it was me, my mom, Jocelyn, and her dad all sitting at a table. Out of nowhere, Jocelyn goes, and me and our parents are like, what? Jocelyn goes, and I turn my head, and there is the goddess herself, Debbie Ryan. So by lunchtime, neither me or Jocelyn have been on set yet or have seen her yet. The first time we see her, she's sitting 2 tables across from us at lunch. Now, if you watched yesterday's video, I said that I only saw Alex Wolf on set. So this was so exciting because I didn't think that the celebrities would sit with the extras at lunch, but she did, and it was so crazy. But she wasn't the only one that was at lunch. Alyssa Milano is also in the show, and I think executive producer is Christopher Gorham. If you don't know who those two are, they are in a movie which I love called My Girlfriend's Boyfriend. They were in the movie together, and now they're doing the show together, which is so cute. but they were also at lunch, and me and Jocelyn were in such a state of shock that we couldn't even like get up to go say hi. Sadly, that was the only time that I ever saw Alyssa Milano and Christopher Gorham, but it wasn't the only time that I saw Debbie Ryan. Jocelyn and I go on set, and again, in walks the goddess herself, Debbie Ryan. And me and Jocelyn were sort of like silently fangirling, but like together, so you could sort of notice that we were doing it. And Debbie looks at us and goes, "Hey." And we were like, "Hey." That was our first interaction. And then there was a scene later on. It was the last scene of the day, so it was a little bit more chill. So one of the rules of being on set is you're not allowed to have your phone. Neither me nor Jocelyn had our phone, but this scene was outside and Debbie wasn't in it. So we were having like a little break in between scenes. You know, some people didn't listen to the rules and had their phones, but me and Jocelyn were just talking to each other. And then this girl who we met, who was sitting next to us, once again just goes, Jocelyn and I look up, and walking towards us, the extras as a whole, not just us, once again, the queen herself, Debbie Ryan. She's out of costume because she's done for the day. She's walking towards us and we lose it. We start like internally screaming to the point where both of our faces were turning bright red. And Debbie is the sweetest person in the whole entire world. And because she remembers when she was an extra, she made it a point to go meet every single extra that was there. So she was like meeting everyone, and she was at these people who was like a little bit further away from us. And as she was walking away from them to go meet someone else, she looked at me, and I was just like, so she like did a little sidetrack and came over to me and Jocelyn. I kid you not, I gave this girl the biggest hug in the whole entire world. It was like such a surreal moment. I've never you know, like made like physical contact with someone who was famous, you know, besides Alex Wolf when he knocked me over on a skateboard. But I mean, I've looked up to Debbie Ryan since I seriously was in the 5th grade. So we hugged, we talked a little bit. It was me, Jocelyn, and these 3 other girls who we had met. Then it gets time for her to say goodbye to us and move on to the next person. But before she could, she said, "Do you guys want to take a picture?" And all of us were like, heck yeah, we want to take a picture. Then we all remembered that we didn't have our phones. God bless the people sitting next to us for overhearing our conversation, because another girl who was sitting like in front of us said, "I have my phone if you want to take a picture on it and then just text it to yourself." And I was like, we took this girl's phone and passed her phone around, and we all took pictures and videos with Debbie, who is the sweetest person in the whole entire world. Also so gorgeous in person, like, oh my god. So here's me and Debbie. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but she's literally the most beautiful person in the whole entire world. You can see me smiling super duper hard because I was meeting Debbie Ryan. Like, oh my god, what in the world. But so yeah, another great experience. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave some comments down below of what other videos I should do. All right, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.